boys and girls. Here's our new story for today. The title of our story is The Girl Who Wore Too Much. She wore too much. If you see her right here on the front cover, it looks like she's wearing lots of dresses. So she's got lots of different dresses on. All those different colors are layers of dresses. So we're going to find out why did she wear too much from this story. A few other things to explain as part of the title. It's called A Folk Tale from Thailand. Thailand is another country all the way across the world, so you have to go across the ocean to get there. And a folk tale is a story that's been told a long time. So each parent tells their kids the story, their kids tell their kids, so it's a story that's passed on for a long time. Now the author of this story, it says it's retold, so that's because it's a story that's been told a long time. Her name is Margaret Reed MacDonald, and the illustrator of this story, the person who draws the pictures, is Yvonne LeBrun Davis. So two people put this book together. One said, I'll write the words, and the other person said, I'll draw the pictures. Now let me explain a few other things before we get in the story. This girl, her dresses are made out of a silk material. So we're going to be talking about how clothes have different fabrics. Sometimes your t-shirts are made of cotton. Well, this girl, her dresses are made out of silk. Now, silk is a shiny type material. I don't have real silk because silk is expensive, it costs a lot of money. But I have this little shawl right here, and silk is like shiny, smooth, feels really nice. And then this old baby blanket, this reminds me of silk. How it's just a more shiny material and real soft. And then another word, what they said, silky, because it feels like silk. So this girl, she's gonna have some silk dresses. So let's read this story and see why is it that she's wearing too much. The Girl Who Wore Too Much. Now the story doesn't start here. These words are just who wrote the book. But if we look here at the pictures, this is kind of where we start. And this is the girl from our story. This is her mom and dad, and she looks like she's at like a jewelry store, and they are buying her some jewelry. These are the sales ladies. They're selling her some jewelry. And also, if you look real close at the bottom, this story is also written in Thailand. So I don't know how to read those. Not like our alphabet, like the A, B, C's. It looks a lot different. But the words I'll read are right here, and you look at the pictures. They showered that girl with gifts. Ari, those golden earrings would look so attractive on your dainty ear. We must buy them for you. So that's when they're at the jewelry store. Her mom and dad are telling her. Ari, that silver bracelet would look so lovely on your little arm. We must buy it for you. Oh, Ari, that ruby ring would look so sweet on your slender finger. We must buy it for you. So she had parents, and they liked to buy her everything she wanted. I guess they had a lot of money, and they would spoil her and buy her all these pretty things. And whenever they saw an especially beautiful silk, they would cry, oh, Ari, you would look so lovely in that color. We must buy it for you. So they bought her a lot of things, a lot of jewelry, a lot of clothes. Ari's room was stuffed with boxes of jewels and chests full of silk fabrics. Then she heard of a dance in the village beyond the mountains. Oh, now I can show off my fine clothes. But which color shall I wear? Now, she's heard about the dance and she wants to go to it. So she's going to think about all these different colors. Now, you might hear some color words you've never heard before, and we'll stop and explain them, okay? The pink, the fuchsia, the scarlet, the sky blue, the aquamarine, maybe violet, maybe deep purple, magenta, maybe chartreuse or emerald green. I think I'll wear the pink. So all those different colors. Now, Miss Tankersley had to stop and even look up what were all those colors. So I looked in my crayon box and I found some of those colors that they were describing. So a violet is a color purple. And then there's also a darker purple. So I got on paper, what's the difference? So a violet is a lighter color purple, and there's the deeper purple. It's a darker purple. Now the fuchsia and magenta, they almost look the same. But when I put them down on paper, the fuchsia is a pinkish purple, and the magenta color is like a purplish red. The scarlet color is like a reddish orange. So all those are different types of colors, different shades. The chartreuse color is a greenish yellow. The aquamarine is like a bluish green. And there's the sky blue. So all those different colors. She had so many silks that she had them in different shades of color. And she was wondering, which one shall she wear to the dance? She decided she'll go with just the pink. She put on a paisan, which is a skirt, of bright pink silk. But there was a green, the color of emeralds. Ooh, this green is so elegant, so beautiful. Perhaps I should wear them both. So we see on the bottom, she has the pink color that she chose first, and now she put on top the emerald green color. So she quickly put the green right on top of the pink. Now I can show off two of my silks. Still, oh, this fuchsia is brightest of all. I think I'll wear it too. And putting the fuchsia on top of the green, she twirled round and round. I'm going to be the most beautiful girl at the dance. I think she was talking to her cat. Her cat's watching her. So now she's got on 3 different layers. The pink, the emerald green, and now the fuchsia. This chartreuse, that's that yellowish green color, is especially gorgeous. Oh, and look at this bright blue. No one has silk as expensive as mine. Why not? I'll wear them too. So how many layers does she have on? The pink, emerald, fuchsia, chartreuse, and now this blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's got on 5 pairs of dresses. Oh, the aquamarine. That's that bluish green color. Oh, the violet. She's looking into her chest of drawers here. Oh, and this purple with threads of pure gold. With all my dresses, I'm certain to be the most beautiful girl at the dance. How do you think she's looking? I mean, she looks pretty, but would you wear that many pairs of clothes? And putting dress over dress, the vain girl soon had chosen them all. Vain means that all she thinks about is herself. So she cares about how she looks. She wants to be the most prettiest. It kind of reminds me when we read that paper bag princess story. The prince, Ronald, he was vain. He only cared about himself. He didn't care about anybody else. Wearing all those heavy dresses, Ari could hardly move. Oh, they are a bit heavy, but look at me, the most beautiful girl at the dance. And as we see, look at what's dripping from her head. I think all of those layers are making her hot. Now, it's good to layer up if it snows outside and you have to put on your undershirt, your sweater, a jacket, a scarf to keep warm. But all of these clothes, she doesn't need to stay warm. It's not winter time, so she's getting hot. Now, which bracelet shall I wear? The gold? Yes. The silver, which is like a grayish color. Of course. The jade, oh, my favorite. Oh, and my rings. The ruby, which is like a red type of jewel. The sapphire, the emerald, the pearl, the opal. Oh, yes. So here's her big jewelry that she has, and she decides to put them all on, even on her ankles. Soon she was wearing every piece of jewelry she owned. Just then her friends arrived. Ari, you look, They didn't know what to say. Ari stumbled from her house, meaning like she almost tripped. Wearing silks, rings, bracelets, earrings, she could hardly walk. But she was so proud. Just look at my beautiful clothes. Just look at my gold and jewels. I'm certain to be the most beautiful girl at the dance. Ari looked so silly. Her friends tried not to laugh. You think she looks silly? All those dresses have made her look a little thicker. She's got all those layers on. Okay, well, they started off for the dance, but Ari could not keep up. Soon she was huffing and puffing. Remember, the dance was over the mountain in another village, in another town. Wait for me! Wait for me! I can't get up the hill. So now she's finding it difficult. Her friends came back to help her. We could push you up the hill. Don't push. Oh, you'll wrinkle my dresses. Well, we could pull you up the hill. Don't pull. You will soil my silk clothes. So, the girls just left Ari and went on. They're her friends. They did try to help, right? But she really didn't want help because all she was worried about was her dresses getting ruined. Ari stumbled along for a while, but soon, wait for me, I can't get up the hill. Her friends came back once more. Ari, take off your bracelets, take off your heavy rings, take off some of those dresses, then you can climb the hill. So they knew why she couldn't get up the hill, because she was wearing too much. It was making it feel heavier and hard to walk. Do you think Ari's gonna listen to her friends? You are just jealous of my fine clothing. Then I won't be the most beautiful girl at the dance, she said. Ari refused to take off anything at all, so her friends left her there. They went on to the dance without her. They tried, didn't they? They tried several ways, but she just didn't want to listen. That's called being stubborn. All day in the hot sun, Ari trudged up the hill. But by nightfall, she had just reached the top. There she stopped, stuck in her heavy clothes, too exhausted, tired, to take another step. So she sat down. Her cat did stay with her. But now as we see, what has she done? I think she was getting too hot. She realized they were too heavy, so she began to take them off, even her shoes. Let's see what happens next. When her friends returned from the dance, Ari was still too tired to move. By the time they had fetched her parents, Ari was vain no more. Mother, father, I wore too much. I don't need all of these clothes. Then take off some of your dresses. Take off some of those heavy jewels. We have taught you to want too much. You must learn to be happy with less. So jewel by jewel, dress by dress, Ari gave away all of her things. I see her friends are holding some of her dresses. So her friends, they already went to the dance. The dance was over. Ari missed it. And so they went to go get her parents to come back. And so she finally realized, this is so silly. I have been silly. I have too much. I don't need all this. So she took off some layers and she gave to her friends. And the next time she went to a dance, she was lovely in just one simple dress. And that's what she wore the next time she had a dance. She didn't put on too much. She wore just enough. One bracelet, and that's all. So that's the end of our story. So I have some questions for you to answer today. Tell me, why did she wear too much when she went to the dance? Why did she want to wear too much clothes at one time? And then I want you to tell me, how did the story end? What decision did she make at the end of the story? All right, we'll talk to you next time. Bye.